It's time for WCW NITRO. We've got a women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match to kick off the show this week. On Raw, we saw Ivy Nile secure her spot in the Elimination Chamber as she defeated Bayley. Here on Nitro, we will see if it'll be Tiffany Stratton or Jade Cargill who will join her. And of course, the winner of the women's Elimination Chamber match will get an opportunity to take on Raquel Rodriguez for the WCW Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Tiffany, a former one-time WCW Women's Champion, also a former Elimination Chamber winner. In year one in our universe, she won the Women's Elimination Chamber match and turned that into a title opportunity at our WrestleMania 1 and walked out of that WrestleMania as WCW Women's Champion. Jade, we've seen over the last couple of months a lot of frustration coming from Jade Cargill. On one hand, doesn't feel like she's getting the opportunities as a lot of other women, more specifically her former best friend Bianca Belair. But if we're being real, if we're keeping it real here, the opportunities that Jade has gotten, she has not made the most of them. Whether it has been Royal Rumbles or number one contender opportunities, she just can't seem to come away on the winning side of those. And while she's not going to want to hear it, that falls on Jade. You can't fault the other women who make more of an opportunity of the chances that they're given. For the second time, Jaded rolls Stratton over. And that is going to do it. Jade Cargill moving on to Elimination Chamber as she joins Ivy Nile. Next, we've got cruiserweight action. JD McDonagh. He will be taking on one of the newest cruiserweights here in WCW, Javon Evans. Evans, who had a great opportunity in his first couple matches in. His debut match, he defeated Charlie Dempsey to get a spot in a triple threat number one contenders match that was eventually won by Ilya Dragunov, who went on to take on Santos Escobar at the Royal Rumble. The Mad Dragon would regain his WCW Cruiserweight Championship at the Rumble. And then after the victory, we saw Charlie Dempsey hit the ring and attack Dragunov with his newly won Cruiserweight Championship. So there's been a little disarray in the Cruiserweight division. I know Santos not real happy, feeling that Dempsey's kind of jumping the line. Dempsey defeated Escobar last week. So you've got a division of guys that all feel like they deserve a shot at Dragunov, and some of these new guys, they're not showing that they really want to wait on their opportunity. Suplex to Evans. McDonagh, a former tag team champion, has not had a run as cruiserweight champion. He is choking out Javon Evans in the corner. but does release as the referee is counting him down. Evans able to get out of McDonagh's camel clutch. And now we've got Santos Escobar's music hitting. No sign of Escobar as Javon Evans looking down at the stage. And JD McDonagh from behind taking out the legs of Evans. Headbutt. Goes for the cover. And JD McDonagh, thanks to the distraction of Santos Escobar's music playing, I don't really know what that was all about, but JD McDonagh coming away with the win. Kofi Kingston making his way down to the ring with his tag team partner Xavier Woods in his corner. Kofi going to be in singles action this week against The Miz. And it has not been a good couple of weeks for The Miz. Really hasn't been a good couple of months for The Miz. He loses the WCW Television Championship to LA Knight. Knight ends up getting injured thanks to AJ Styles. And then Miz just starts showing up with a replica version of the WCW television title, claiming to be the real TV champ. Obviously, nobody recognizing him as such, but he was getting into the Halloween spirit. LA Knight would make his return. And in kind of a throwback to WrestleMania 10, in a battle between two Intercontinental Champions, Razor Ramon and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. We had at the Royal Rumble both television titles suspended above the ring in a ladder match. And LA Knight would be the one to retrieve both titles. And even though there was no doubt that he was the actual television champion, if nothing else, it took that replica title out of the possession of The Miz. And so Miz hoping for a better showing here tonight. So far, not looking too bad here against Kofi. Went for a figure four, couldn't get Kofi to tap. And now Miz using the middle ropes. And three. Referee didn't see it. I guess what they say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, as The Miz bounces back this week on Nitro. Even though he had to cheat to do it, the record books will show he defeated Kofi Kingston. And now it's main event time, and we've got a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Big Bronson Reed he will be taking on the former WCW World Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. You know, Cody had high hopes of winning the Royal Rumble. That didn't work, but Abyss from behind. The man who is responsible for Cody no longer being WCW champ. He tosses Cody into the ring. Referee checking on the American Nightmare. Cody says he wants to go. You know Cody's not going to walk away in this situation. And Bronson Reed able to take advantage here. Cody, who lost the WCW World title back at Starrcade against AJ Styles, Abyss would make his Open Mic Universe debut, attacking Cody when it looked like Cody was getting ready to set up for a crossroads. He would hit the American Nightmare with a black hole slam, and AJ Styles would get the victory and walk out WCW World Champion again. And since Cody was unable to win the Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, his last shot, his last opportunity to try to get his hands on AJ Styles, as Cody now showing some signs of life here. Cody is a former WCW World Champion, like we mentioned, former two-time WWE World Champion, hits a crossroads. But Bronson able to kick out at 2. Bronson Reed, a former WCW United States Champion, trying to get him up for a pile driver. But big Bronson Reed just too big for Cody Rhodes to get up. And now both men down. Reed first to get back to his feet now. He's going up top, and this is never a good thing. Tsunami down on Cody Rhodes. And in a shocking turn of events, Bronson Reed, thanks to the attack by Abyss before the match as Cody was making his way to the ring, is moving on to the Elimination Chamber. And once again, Abyss screws over Cody Rhodes.